How does being vegan affect my career and business choices? The first thing that comes to mind is one of the reasons you'll often hear me refer to my philosophy and my belief system as vegan plus is that the veganism is not a starting point. It's not the be all and end all. It's actually a plus of a bigger belief system that involves being minimalist, living naturally, living simply, not harming others, making the best survival decisions, and being consistent across all aspects of my life. So it doesn't make sense, for example, to be vegan only at home, or it doesn't, or and not at work. It doesn't make sense to profess to be vegan in my life, but work a job where I'm advocating or promoting, a philosophy or practices that are inconsistent with my belief system. So being vegan is part of a greater belief system. As I mentioned in an earlier video, the reason I became vegan, the reason I was prompted to begin the search to be more well-informed was my friend asked me a question that I didn't have an answer to. He said, do you know what's in the food that you're eating? So part of my greater belief system is to be well-informed, to be more in control of my diet and my lifestyle, and as I said, to make better survival decisions in life. So it was very important for me to make sure that in all areas of my life, I'm being consistent, and that if I profess to be about being healthy, then I don't want to work in an environment that's not supportive of that. So that's why it was very important for me to be an entrepreneur, because just working a job, working in a 9-to-5 setting in air conditioning with people who smoke, is inconsistent with the lifestyle that I want to live. And I want to make sure that my choice of lifestyle is supported and I'm able to execute that in different areas of my life. So one by one, I make sure that my relationships, I make sure that my business decisions, I make sure that the products that I support, I make sure that the people who I coach or support, the people I surround myself with, those should all be consistent with my belief system. So I'll give you an example. Years ago, I was discussing with a friend, starting a business here on Saipan, even though it's not my perfect business to start a physical business. I prefer, online, internet, virtual. But we were discussing starting a business, and the topic came up as to whether we would sell cigarettes in this business. It was basically just a mom and pop shop here on Saipan. And I said no, because that would be inconsistent with my belief system. If I believe that smoking is bad, if I believe that eating meat is bad, if I believe, that eating garbage food is not good for the body, then there's no way that I could, in good conscience, sell those things to other people. And in fact, as I mentioned in another video, when for whatever reason I happen to have products in my possession that I consider poison, like if someone gives me a bag of sugar, if someone gives me a soda, I will, if, for cultural reasons, I might take it, but my intention is to throw it away. I'm not going to give it to somebody else because I believe that it's poison. So my decisions, my business decisions, the products that I will support if someone comes to me for coaching, the businesses that I would allow myself to be associated with, the ideas that I would allow to be advertised on my channel if I have control over it, should all be consistent with my belief system. So that's how my overall belief system, not just veganism, but the vegan plus, affects the businesses that I start, the careers that I go into, where I work, and That's part of the answer. So I might do a follow-up and explain more. But essentially, yes, being vegan and living a lifestyle that also includes, as I said, being minimalist, living life simply, living life naturally, not supporting or endorsing chemicals in my system. Those are all going to affect how I do business, and with whom I do business, and where I do business, and what sort of businesses I start. So that's the answer to that question. Hope that's helpful. I'll talk to you in the next video.